Hello, Cricklade Manor Prep, and welcome to my final assembly and final message of this term. Now, we would normally, at this point of day, be in speech day on our final day of term, but for obvious reasons, we can't do that. But what I wanted to do was make sure that I gave you a final message of support before you went away on your summer holidays. Now, having you all back in school for the last month has been fantastic. We as a staff have really enjoyed it, and I know that you as children have really benefited from being back in school. But it's been just the most wonderful time, and I know that the staff have been really impressed with how you've coped with being in school, with the mental resilience that you've shown, and with just the way that you have managed being here during a difficult time. So my hat off to you and congratulations for just being brilliant. Now, as we go into the summer holiday, of course, you have a chance to rest and recuperate, which you must take advantage of, so please do rest. But be ready to come back to school in September. When we come back, things will look largely the same as they did when you've left, apart from the classroom moves which you all know about, and of course being with new form tutors. The arrangements for place for hand washing will of course stay in place, but everything else should be, as you would expect, a normal return to school in September to be. Now, should anything change, I will write to your parents during the holiday and they can share information with you. But there should be nothing to worry about. So leave school knowing that you're in a really good place and that you are already ready for September. And that's all I wanted to say. Personally, it's been a very strange term, but I've drawn enormous strength from my fantastic colleagues and from you, the children. And as much as you're looking forward to the holiday, so am I and all the staff. And we're also going to take a bit of a break, but looking forward to coming back soon. Now, on a speech day, I always make a point of making sure that my head boy and head girl get a chance to speak and talk about their experiences of being at Cricklade Manor Prep, and this year is no exception. So the final word this year will be for my head boy and head girl, Matty and Maddie. Have a lovely summer holiday.
Hello to teachers, pupils, friends, mums, dads and dogs. Since the day I was awarded with this position of head boy, I have been dreading this exact moment, so I will try to keep this as short as possible. It all started with a more naive but not much smaller Matty. I joined the school in year 5 and I remember being very nervous. Many people find different ways of making friends. Mine, of course, was sport. I came out onto the playground and was struck with the overwhelming activities. There was skipping, football, basketball, tag, and sit and chat about who your crush was at the time. I was drawn to the rugby, however. With being a cliched new kid, I didn't just go and ask. I walked slowly out onto the playground and waited for somebody to call me over to play. It didn't take long at all until somebody saw me and asked me to come and join, and from that point on, I haven't looked back. I have been at this school for 4 years, so it is going to be quite hard to fit in my description of the experience I have had in this promised short speech. So I have condensed it into 3 words, and not challenge, motivate and prepare, as appropriate they are. I have chosen 3 words that summarise and describe my school life and my life here. The first word is friends. I have made so many great friends here, some funny, sporty, clever, some not so clever. The memories that we have created here are too fantastic to forget. Just some of these, the Year 8 boys were involved with breaking multiple objects, but just managing to fix them before a teacher sees. But I'm sorry, I cannot dive into these. I cannot dive any deeper into these stories. Another memory of is a constant mocking of how truly awful Tottenham Hotspur Club are. To anyone to support them, I'm sorry, but I don't really think you're going to win anything. Though it isn't always happy and funny memories, there are also sad ones, like when we have fights. I remember distinctly in year 7, 2 very stubborn people had an argument. Your head girl and head of school council had a disagreement. 2 giants of the social hierarchy collide. It was pretty fierce. Now, you would think this massive clash of titans would be something important, but no. They argued for a week about where they should meet up for food that weekend. The important thing was that no matter the reason for the altercation, they moved us forward and taught compromise. The second word I would use to describe this school is opportunity. There is so much of this in Cricklade Manor, from sports to academics to music to art. There is so much opportunity. Before the school, I had only played football and rugby to a competitive standard. However, now I have competed in hockey, cricket, running, javelin, long jump, high jump, to name a few. I truly have widened my range of activities with great teachers. In a small class, you really do have more opportunities. I have also joined the choir, as well as learning the piano, p-bone, ukulele, and learned how to write music. I have been involved in many school plays, Peter Pan, Bugsy Malone, and Guys and Dolls, within which I have had big parts and even sung solos. Mr. Davis has also really helped me with my confidence as a person, as well as with my sport. Consequently, I have played for Bath Player Development Programme. I am so thankful for what you have done here for me, sir. There are many more things I have had the opportunity to experience. For example, we have had lots of school trips, some abroad, though I simply cannot fit them all in. The third word could be anything: fun, amazing, expensive. But no, the third word and final word is evolve. Thus is highlighted in how I, as a person, have grown from that shy, nervous new kid to the head boy, who I am today. At first, I didn't have any confidence. For instance, when I would lose a sports match, I would take it out on myself and think I was awful. Now, however, I only slightly get annoyed, and only if I don't play very well. The school production, Guys and Dolls, really helped me with my confidence, as well as singing 3 solos and singing again at the speech day. Not only have I grown as a person, but so has the whole class. I think I can speak for everyone when I say that we have definitely changed being at the school. 2 classes in year 5, some of us just acquaintances, but now we are like a family, and I couldn't ask for a better class. Thank you to all the staff, admin, maintenance, housekeeping, and catering. You all make this school a safe place to allow us to develop and learn. But there are a few teachers I would like to thank specifically, but obviously these few words of thanks do not do justice to how much they have supported me through the years. Mr. Davis, thank you for being a great form tutor and for helping the class by giving them the independence, as well as helping me immensely individually. Mrs. Fairbanks, for always putting the class in a good mood, as well as enlightening us with the football scores every week. Mr. Barton, you have also really helped the class get the independence that we wanted, and helping me get great results in my Common Entrance Maths. Mrs. Hayward, thank you for helping us with the final stretch of school life here at Crooklade, and also allowing us to develop an understanding in science. To all the teachers for putting up with the last ever year 8, we may have pushed your buttons, but thank you for helping us on our journey. We are very grateful. Thank you, Mr. Barrett, for all the opportunities and making our time so wonderful. Thank you.
Hello, and welcome to my Leavers speech. Life in school to me has been a roller coaster, full of highs and lows and twists and turns, and even the odd loop-de-loop. School has a way of throwing you into some of the scariest moments, but always you know that you are held securely and safely. I stepped onto my roller coaster back in 2015 into year 3. I remember being scared and anxious as I stumbled into the classroom. I looked around and saw Mrs. Bunn's warming smile, and that is when I really knew I was going to like it here. Mrs. Bunn really helped me settle in, and within a few days I had already made friends, and one of them still here with me to this day. As the roller coaster climbed up through the years, came gentle turns, each bringing someone new. The climb through year 5 was pretty big, and at the time we were top of the junior school. It was a tricky year for me personally, with friendships and an ongoing ankle injury, but I held on tight and made it through with the support from many people. There were several highs this year, particularly on the games field, rounders matches in the summer, sports day and swimming galas. One special highlight was my first time on the big stage in Peter Pan. I've always loved being on stage, and little did I know, in the years to come, I would lead in plays like Guys and Dolls and Bugsy Malone. With the next year launched us into a right turn, welcoming more and more people, and we became CMP. This year I remember vividly, as it was the year we travelled to Barbados to play netball in the sun, swimming every day with the girls, and our daily trips to get ice cream. I also found my new position on the hockey field as goalie. I would like to apologise to Mrs Davis for the multiple hockey and netballs that have hit you in the past years. I truly am sorry. We made loads of memories this year on the sports field, and one of my favourite trips was Wishford weekend, and I made friendships for life. But at the end of the year came the drop. Suddenly our class went from 26 to 15. Although small, we became like a family. The roller coaster now launched into a left turn and the climb was steep. We had to start preparing for our common entrance this year, so we really had to knuckle down. English and maths got harder, and we definitely knew the next few years weren't going to be easy. At Easter we went to Amsterdam. We spent 4 days there sightseeing, shopping and exploring. The best part for me was the boat ride down the canal with all my friends. We gossiped every night and smuggled packets of sweets. I must apologise to Mr Barrett for helping us get back into our room 4 times because we left our key in there. It was all Bethan's fault. Thank you so much to all the staff, especially Mrs Brooks, for making that trip possible and being brave enough to take 50 children to Amsterdam. We all still reminisce on last year's events, whether that is capsizing each other's paddleboards, running through the sprinklers on the cricket pitch, and our arguments or just daily tutor laughs. The ride was nearly over, and we were on the last stretch. We started to climb higher and higher, and suddenly, out of nowhere, a loop-the-loop appeared. This year surprised everyone. Who would have thought we had been stuck inside for 13 weeks and able to go to school? It was hard for everyone. In this time, we really realised how much we missed seeing each other and just being able to see people face to face. This year was by far my favourite though. Going into Crick Lane every Friday for milkshakes was definitely a highlight. Not a day goes by without laughing or tears, happy and sad. Back in March, thinking that was my last day, I felt like I was unable to finish the ride with an emergency stop having been slammed. However, in June, immediately the roller coaster started to climb again when we found out we were allowed back. And things really started to look up. Even in these last few weeks, we have made more unforgettable memories. Crying with laughter when somebody smacked into the badminton net in the dark sports hall and then falling flat on the floor. And running through the rain, all matching in our leavers hoodies, getting soaked. I thank all my teachers for everything they have done for me. A few special thank yous in no particular order must go to Mr Barrett for the amazing opportunities you have given me throughout the years, Mr Davis, my tutor, for supporting me through everything, never failing to make me smile and managing to put up with me for 2 years. I really do not know how you did it. Mrs Davis for always believing in me, whether it is on the sports field or in the classroom. Madam Crawford for always making us laugh, helping me aim and achieve high grades, and for letting us eat sweets in your lessons on a Friday afternoon. Mr Barton for helping me realise maths isn't actually that bad, and for making it interesting and always encouraging me to do my best. Mrs Fairbanks for bringing out the best in me in every lesson, always having faith in me and never failing to make me smile and laugh with your random jokes. Mrs Reynolds for helping me love and understand music and your lessons in the short time you've been here. And lastly, Mrs Hayward for leading our past few weeks at Crick Lane Manor, making it really enjoyable and for guiding me these past years, helping me in every aspect of my roller coaster ride. As my turn on this roller coaster comes to an end and my carriage comes to a halt, I see all the little children waiting excitedly to board the ride, full of excitement. I want you to remember to seize every chance you get, whether that be a chance to go to an IAPS event, being a prefect, or to travel with school. My main piece of advice to you, if you choose to ride this roller coaster, is make sure you enjoy every moment, seize every opportunity and make the most of it. You will not regret it. Thank you.